Matt Stepp, Dave Campbell's Texas football, back here at the Tyler 7-on-7 state qualifying tournament. Here with the new head coach of the Lufkin Panthers, Coach Carl Abseck. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes while your kids are competing behind us here. First off, Coach, congrats on the new gig. I know it's been a little bit of a whirlwind. Do you feel like now we're in June, have you settled into kind of a routine yet, or are you still drinking from a fire hose?
No, the school part has gotten a lot better, just getting everything moved and set up, and actually being a full-time resident of Lufkin has been our biggest challenge the last 2 weeks. So we moved in yesterday, and my house is still in a lot of boxes, but we're making progress.
There you go. There you go. And I think that's the thing that people, they only see the football part of it, and that's tough. There's a transition there, but you got to, especially when you're moving to a different area, you're moving your family, you're trying to settle into a new community. How has the community of Lufkin welcomed you and your family, and how happy and just excited are you to get the season started?
Oh, I'm super excited to be there. Everybody in Lufkin's been tremendous, and the administration, my principal, everybody's been super helpful in trying to get this thing going and making the things happen that we need to happen for our programs. We're getting new turf on the football field and in the indoor, and so they're really making some strides to help, facilitate growth in the program and stuff. But everybody's been super excited and happy, and so far so good. But I'm excited to be here.
I think you're undefeated right now, right? There you go. There you go. Now, also, the kids. How happy have you been with the kids? You guys went through spring practice. Because there's an adjustment for them too. They're learning. You're learning them, and they're learning you and your coaches, and adjusting new terminology, new schemes. How have the kids absorbed all the new terminology and schemes?
They've been fantastic. I mean, couldn't have asked for a better reception, a better welcome, and then kids that work extremely hard and are very coachable. They've bought into the things that we're doing. For them, it's a big change, and for the community as well, because it's been very similar for about 30 years. And so it's a lot of new requests and a lot of new things, new defense, new offense, all that stuff. But the kids have been fantastic. Just couldn't be more proud of them.
And then, let's talk about spring a little bit. How what were you wanting to get accomplished? I'm sure it was a lot of install and a lot of, learning the terminology. And I guess the biggest thing, did you get out of spring healthy and kind of your overall thoughts in the spring?
Overall, we came out healthy. Nothing that would keep somebody out for the season, which is your biggest fear all the time. But, basically, we really just wanted to get the base offense and base defense installed. And then from there, it was about how much can they handle, and everything that we threw at them, they absorbed it pretty well. So I thought the spring was a huge success. We finished it off with a really good spring game where we had, a huge crowd come out and watch the game and watch the progress that the kids have made. So the spring was a success, and it's going to help us moving forward, because I had to learn the kids,
Sure.
I think there's times where you have to do spring ball, and there's times where you could probably get away with not doing it. But for me here this year particularly, I needed to see them. Because new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator, and me being new, you want to see these kids play the game, and so it gives us a better start going into the fall, because we have a better idea on who they are and what they're capable of.
And we know 7-on-7 is not real football. The pads aren't on, but what do you want to see out of your guys when they're competing? I mean, obviously you want to win. When you're wearing a Lufkin shirt, you want them to win. But what do you want to see out of those guys?
I just want to see them execute and have fun together. The game's supposed to be fun too, and so I don't want to ever steal the joy from kids of going out and playing the game. And these are their best friends, and they're very supportive of each other. They hold each other accountable, which is somewhat rare in today's time, where kids want to do that. But I want them to have fun. I want them to execute offensively, defense, communicate, and really just get more reps together. That's the biggest part of it. And then obviously, you want to try to win, but right now it's about execution and learn.
There you go. Get a lot of reps in. Now, obviously, 9-5A Division I pretty well. Lufkin is a defending champ, so there's a target on your back. When Lufkin comes to town, everybody knows that they're a traditional powerhouse. Look at just taking yourselves out of the mix. Obviously it's a tough district. What challenges does District 9-5A Division I bring to you guys week in and week out? And a lot of good coaches and a lot of good athletes in the district.
A lot of good athletes in the district. The unique part is 5 of the 7 are going to be new coaches, at those particular spots. So there's going to be a little bit of an unknown in some ways. But I think, obviously Port Arthur has got a really, really good senior class. And Coach has done a great job there. Barbers Hill is going to be solid.
Sure.
They have a lot of good kids coming back from last year when we were there. So we know them well, personnel-wise. But
so it'll be different scheme-wise too, right?
Schemes,
yeah.
But but the kids, the kids are good kids, and they're going to work hard too to learn what they're doing, and they're going to be very competitive. And we have to go there,
Yeah.
So we get Ball and Port Arthur at home, which helps.
Those are the longer road trips, right?
Well, and so it's two teams that you would expect a bunch out of. But I think overall it's just going to be a really competitive district from top to bottom, and we're going to have to go out and fight.
You just can't show up on the bus and win. You got to play well on each game, right?
Every game you got to show up and play, and because everybody has athletes, and everybody can hurt you if you're not prepared. So,
well, there he is, Carl Abseck, the new head coach of the Lufkin Panthers. Appreciate you, Coach, and enjoy watching your kids compete.
Yeah,
and as always, appreciate what you do for student athletes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.